Here is the current state of my freezer. As you guys can see, it is really full. I know we're limiting our grocery shopping, but I did a grocery haul where I showed you guys we got a ton of meat on clearance. We went to Walmart and to Martin's to pick up some, like bread, milk, basic staples. But then like this whole chicken was $3.89, so I was taking that home. And back there is also some chicken and pork chops that we got, and then Brandon picked up some ice cream. And the other stuff is just stuff that I've been cooking. I always cook enough to put some away in the freezer. And this is what this is looking like. So it doesn't look like we're eating through it, but we ate through pretty much everything that was in there. And I've just been making new stuff. And then up here is snacky stuff. We've had these for quite a while. And then up there is Brandon's ramen noodles that we got at the international market. And then some other snacky stuff. Brandon's aunt sends over snacks and stuff. She likes to shop at Costco, and then she'll usually send some of it our way. Then down here is our fridge. We've got some leftovers. Oh, we've got lots of apples. I picked those up at the farmer's market. I picked up some seconds. $14 for all those apples. So I'm going to make some applesauce. And always lots of condiments. We are a big condiment household. Wouldn't be a pantry tour without showing you guys my seasonings. I have a lot of seasoning. I like to get them on clearance and at Ollie's and Dollar Tree and pretty much anywhere that I find a good deal on seasonings. I don't think that you can ever have too many. This is extra baking stuff. When I do go like big grocery shopping again, I'm definitely going to get some more brown sugar. But we've got popcorn and canola oil, and there's sugar and flour back there. So that I just keep my extra baking stuff up there. Then this cabinet is definitely going to look different. We've been eating through quite a bit of stuff. Like that blue basket was full. Now it's only got a few things in it. And then in here is more of our like convenience type items, but it's looking pretty slim in here compared to what it usually does. And then down here is my flour, sugar, rice that I just kind of keep on the counter. I'm out of sugar. Well, I hate to say out of because I've got this full thing, but I like to have an extra one. But this is what this is looking like. And definitely when I go shopping again, we're going to get some pancake mix. That's what's in here. And some oatmeal, things like that. And this is just some snacks. Then this cabinet is always the messiest one. I keep a lot of things in here. Basically, we keep our extra coffee in here, and I've got some baking stuff and like Brandon's cereal, like the cereal he's currently working on. So this one always stays messy, but I figure everybody should have at least one messy cabinet. And we keep some convenience items up there, but it's becoming more of a baking cabinet, so I need to get up there and move that soup down to my silver shelf and just dedicate that middle shelf to coffee and baking supplies. Now my Lazy Susan down here, we have all sorts of stuff. I know it always looks like it's just candy, but there's snacks in here, and like I've got my like Slim Jim type things and my flavor packets for my water, and I've got my fiber supplement, and we've got cookies and all sorts of stuff. And back there is my homemade vanilla and more snacky type stuff. Then down here we've got some coffee for quick, just to grab, And then back there is beans and barley and lentils, and we've got rice and noodles. Then back there we've got some Splenda. I've got some cleaning cloths back there. Those are clean. I just didn't have any more room under my kitchen cabinet. And I've got all my vinegar, and these are like Brandon's work snacks. Of course, he is welcome to any of the snacks, and I'm welcome to those snacks. It's just those are the ones he likes to have for lunch. So we have those down there. And I've got this pretty organized. I organized it a while back and it still looks pretty good. Here is my silver shelf. As you can see, we are not hurting in the drinks department. Brandon and I, we love our soda. He actually has been going to another state recently for his work, and he's been able to find soda while he was there that we just can't get here. So that cherry 7-Up, they sell it here in Virginia, but only in 2 liters. And he had been working in Maryland, and he saw that they had 7-Up cherry and can, so he picked it up, and I was like, yeah. And the squirt, I really like it, and so does he, but you have a really hard time finding it where we live. But anyway, that's a whole big saga, but we are never hurting for drinks around here. And this here I will show. So Brandon bought a huge bag of cereal at Walmart, like the Dino O's or whatever, it's Fruity Pebbles, but like Walmart brand. And they've got the marshmallows. So what I did was I just put them in baggies. So you saw the one bag up in the cupboard, and I put the other ones in here just to keep them fresh. And then we've got this is mostly baking supplies, but I do need to eventually, like I said, like all those bags up there, that's like chocolate chips and mint chips and things like that. And so I want to put them on I want to move them from the silver shelf up to that cupboard where I was showing you guys that just needs to be dedicated to certain baking supply. But I'll get to that eventually. And lots of condiments. And then we always have Spam and things like that. And these are seasonings that just will not fit up in that cupboard because I always like to have my bouillon. I need lots of that. And we're actually running low on canned beans. But like that soup that was up there, I can move down here. And this is actually pretty low for pasta and pasta sauce. So it might not look like we're eating through stuff, but we definitely are. And I know our goal was to like not buy stuff, but you guys know how that goes. Like when you are running low on something and it's something you're used to having, but we are not going out and like doing a huge grocery shop. We really are eating through a lot of our stuff. And cycling through and kind of figuring out what we do use and what we do not use. Okay guys, so I hope that you got something out of this. Please consider subscribing to my channel. If you did not know, I have an Instagram, The Frugal Life with Mercedes. Until next time guys, bye.